her school thought that she was actually doing videos at 15, which is a violation of student conduct, and she was expelled while they were investigating this, and everybody in the community, oh my gosh, Fulanita is doing porn. And all she was doing was taking a picture. Not meaning for it to go that way, right? When you open up your life to people you don't know, there can be disastrous results, even dangerous. As you're going to see in the next. This young lady posted this picture. Now, this was the most PG-13 I could find of her. She has others. Don't look for her either. That's not a real website. But what happened with her was her picture is very attractive. She looks like a very sweet young lady, doesn't she? She looks nice, right? Would you friend her? You know? Yeah, then some of you are like, no, because you're thinking something bad's going to happen to you, right? Well, that picture was really cute and popular. It was so popular that these guys saw the picture and they liked her so much that they found her and followed her and sent her messages and stalked her. Didn't ask for it, didn't deserve it, but when you open up your life to people you don't know and you put things about yourself that you shouldn't share, results can be disastrous and even dangerous. Here's the issue. I'm trying to illustrate this for you visually because you're tired. And in the next picture, you're going to get an idea of what I mean. When you go on the internet is a two-way street. See, you go on it and you look out, but you let something in. You let something in. You ever open the car door and a fly runs in all of a sudden? It's floating around inside the car and you're like, damn. Start doing this crazy thing like this and people are like, ¿qué le pasa a ese? And you're like, no, estoy hablando lengua. I'm in the spirit. No, you're not. You're trying to get rid of a fly in your car. You let things in when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Now you're like, well, I only post to my friends. Let me tell you something. I'm not friends with all of you, but I have seen all of you online. Because not all of your friends are discreet. I'm just going to use Ashley's name for example. I'm not talking about your account in specific. Okay? I could want to see something about Ashley that Ashley doesn't post to people that are not her friends. That's called private. Okay? Right? You guys know that. There's private on Facebook. But I look up and see one of Ashley's friends is Brenda. Brenda, however, has posted stuff of Ashley and never made her account private. Now I've got Ashley's photos. I'm friends with Brenda. Ashley doesn't know me, but I'm friends with Brenda, and she's real close friends with Brenda, so then we must be okay to be friends. And have you ever gotten a friend request from somebody else's friend that you never met? They use them as a calling card. They use them to say hello and come into your life. And there's a great example of that. And I think I can picture that next. There's a great example of that. In these next couple of slides I'm going to show you, and I'm going to continue to talk to you. These four guys were busted making fake Facebook pages, profiles. They pretended to be other people on Facebook. They pretended to be young guys with a different picture, okay? Or young girls with a different picture, obviously, because they're not passing off as women. And they would send out these Facebook requests with the intention and the idea of hooking into these people's lives. Now, you know what's really interesting? When they interviewed them psychologically to find out how they were doing this and, what are the tactics and stuff like that, and they interview them to find out what it is they do and why they do it and how they do it. And one of the things they said is that their favorite target are churches. Churches. Ay, Dios mío, ¿cómo se atreven? How is that possible? How dare you? Don't you know we're protected by the blood of Christ? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. But you know why they chose churches? Because churches don't talk about this. Because those who attend church believe that everybody is saved. Everybody's holy. We believe in salvation, so we give everybody an opportunity, right? So then we leave our doors open. When you leave your doors open, anything will walk in, right? They entered churches, got into accounts, used them to lure girls to dates, to malls, to whatever you want to do. They also did something else. They robbed houses. You might be like, robbed houses? It's not that difficult to rob your house. I can rob your house anytime I want to. At the mall. Oh, out of the house. Forever 21. Oh, at the mall. With Kiki and Cuckoo at Burger King. Got it. She's not there. So excited going on vacay with mom and dad for 3 weeks. Oh, I'm going to move in. Those of you who know me and are friends of mine see vacation pictures after I come back. I never announce I'm going on vacation. 1 or 2 people in this church knows that I go on vacation. That's going to be pastor, so he doesn't pick me to preach on Saturday. And 1 or 2 other people that might either be with me or have to cover something for me. I don't spread it around. Why? Ain't your business where I'm at. It's not. It's not your business who I have a fight with. It's not your business if I have an argument with my wife. It's not your business how much money I make. None of these things are your business, but you put it all out there. So I don't have to ask you, hey Ashley, how are you doing? Again, I'm just using you as an example. I don't got to ask you. You told me. When you post at 1 in the morning, I can't stand my life, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed. Pastora Fridays set up a consejería for Ashley, she's depressed. Ashley, if you need time to talk, oh my God, Pastora understands me. How did she know I was feeling sad? We're not clairvoyant. We know how to read. Broke up with your boyfriend? None of our business. Now, we say that we're in here and we laugh a little bit about it. But you want to share that with one of these guys? You want one of these guys looking at your profile? You want one of these guys looking at your vacation pictures? And some of you have some serious vacation pictures. I'm impressed. You go to some really nice places. You eat some really good food. You buy some very nice gifts. And you go to the beach a lot. I know you don't like one-piece bathing suits. You like 2. I know you don't like flats. You like heels. I know you think so-and-so is cute because you tagged him in your photo. Guys, I know you think the Latina is cute because you tagged her hella video on your Facebook.
Wait, what?
No, I'm not going to tag it for you again so you search it.
Wait, what?
I know what you're thinking by the videos you repost. So it's very beautiful. Hosanna, Hosanna. And then at 1 in the morning, she got bumps. And you're tagging that video after you spent the night singing Hosanna. Some people call it hypocrite. I didn't use that word. Some people call it two-faced. I didn't call you that. Some people do. I could be thinking it, but I won't say it. You affect your mind, your body, and your spirit. I want to tell you exactly what I mean by that. These clowns that you see up here, okay, and there's some others that are going to come up and you can run them. What they do is they put information on the internet to get you to think that the things they want you to do are okay. They want you to keep posting those pictures. They want you to go to their websites. They want you to talk to them. They want to pull you away from your families. They want you to pull away from God. They want you to pull away from the values and the morals that we're instilling in you. Why? Because they want to take something from you. They want to hurt you in some kind of way. You know, I get so tired of the comments that people say, well, especially your age, the Bible doesn't tell me anything about this. The Bible doesn't talk to me about the internet. It's 2013. There wasn't even dial-up when Jesus was around. Right? But let me tell you something. Everything in the Bible speaks about this because it speaks about your mind, your body, and your spirit and how you're supposed to act with yourself. In Matthew 10, I know you guys have heard this verse before because you're all good Awana kids and good church-going kids. I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. Heard that before, right? I'm sending you out as sheep among wolves. Jesus was completely right. When you go out on the internet, you are open prey. You are open up to anybody coming up to you on the internet and doing anything they want to because you're leaving that door open. You're putting information out there. You're going to sites that you really need to avoid and not be on at all. But you're connecting yourself with people you don't know. Would you talk to one of these guys at the mall? Hell no. I wouldn't talk to one of these guys at the mall. I'm a man. Got nothing to talk to these guys about. Much less you. Ladies, would you want this person in your living room? Would you want this person in your bedroom? Would you want this guy opening your underwear drawer? Then don't show him a picture of it. Oh, wait, what happened? That stopped. The amen stopped? No, I don't get it from this side now? Oh, guys, do you agree?
Yes.
Right? They shouldn't do that, right? Exactly. So stop liking their picture when they put it up.
Don't be mean now.
If one of our girls puts that picture up and 10 of you guys say, please, I would respect you more if you took it down. Please, guard yourself. Please, be careful. Please, we care about you. Don't do it. I can guarantee you they won't do it. But if you keep liking it, and you keep giving them a wow, they're going to do it. See, there's two sides of this coin. It's not just them. And it's not just you. All of you have to work together to fight this kind of stuff off. You have to. Your mind becomes corrupted because you start to think that the values of the internet are the values you're supposed to have. That what's happening on the internet is what you're supposed to be doing. What have we been talking about today? What has Madeline and Paul been talking about today? They've been talking about sex, about relationships. They've been talking about what your real relationship is supposed to be like. It's not one that gets developed on the internet through sexy pictures. That's not how it starts. That's not where your mind should be. How old are you, Nicole? 13. Are you in high school yet, or are you going to high school? What, 13? I thought, oh no, 16. Ooh, middle school. God. She's so tall. Yes, I'm so sorry. Okay, who's going to high school this year? Okay. My high schools. My middle schoolers, listen please. In high school, you finish 4 years of developing what you're going to use as tools to move on from there. When you graduate from high school, all you did is get the tools. Now in college, you refine those tools and you make your goals and you get to where you want to get to. But if you start off right now, during the next 4 years, developing the mindset that these types of people want you to develop, you're going to have a disaster in your life. You will not find love the way you should find love. You will not develop a relationship the way you want. You will not find that you heard Paul and Madeline talking about out there. Why? Because these guys want this and you. And the way they do that is by starting to change your mind, showing you things that change the design of God. Women were designed for a purpose. Men were designed for a purpose. We have roles. You know what that means? Roles? There are things that I'm supposed to do. There are things my wife is supposed to do. When we get those things crossed, there's problems. That's why he's going to say it. There isn't two men in charge of a child in a family. There isn't two women in charge of a child in a family. Why? Because there's a role he has, and there's a role she has. Let me explain something very carefully. I cook, I clean, I iron, I do all those things because when I was 16, my mom taught me how. She says, if you ever find yourself living alone, you gotta be able to cook something and eat, right? You gotta clean so that you don't live in a pigsty because I didn't raise you that way. And you gotta learn how to wash your clothes, man, so when you walk out the door, people don't think you're homeless. You're gonna go to a job interview, you know how to iron a shirt, right? Now, because I can do those things does not mean that I do not need my wife. I need the other half because she compliments me in a way that a man cannot. But when you go on the internet, what's the first thing they show you? That's not the design. They start to show you man, woman, woman, and they start showing you combinations that don't go. Right? Your body. You know, I know it sounds kind of... See, it's just so hard because I've seen the results of what I'm talking to you about, so I want you to listen. You spend all your waking time in front of that computer, absorbing everything that goes there, your body starts to shut down. Your body starts to get weak because you're not being active, because you're not developing yourself, because you're not doing the things that create a healthy system. Your body starts to see things because your eyes are seeing something, and something becomes exciting, and you turn off the TV, you turn off the computer, it stops being exciting. And then your system goes back up and starts being exciting again, and you just come back down. And then it goes back up again. And your body becomes accustomed to this, and your body becomes weak and disorganized. You get sick. Your mind becomes tired. And as your mind and your body go, so your spirit. Your spirit suffers because you start bringing in all the things that are negative and contrary to what God says. That girl in that picture in yellow, is that her design and her purpose? To be an object for other people? Who wants to be called a thing? You're called by a name, right? You're Ashley. You're not thing. You're not it. You're not huh. You're not the. But that's what happens. You cannot allow the internet and the things that you're doing on it to change you from being a person to being an object. When you read your Bible, I mean really read it. How many of you guys know David? You guys know King David, right? You guys know the story of King David, right? You know, all the wonderful things he did, David and Goliath and other stuff. But you know, David suffered from a serious pornography addiction. And you might be like, how is that possible? There was no internet back then. There was no videos back then. See, you guys are thinking electronically. David had a problem. David wanted whatever he saw. See, one day, the army went out to fight. David stayed behind. Not because he wasn't brave, didn't feel like going to war. He wanted to stay behind. And when you read your scripture, you see that from David's bedroom, he could look out and see into the bath of the wife of one of his soldiers. He could see. He could see her bathing, which means he could see her nude, right? He could see her when she thought she wasn't being seen, right? That's called voyeurism. That's called sexting. That's called videoing. That's called streaming online. He was seeing something he wasn't supposed to be seeing, and because he wasn't supposed to be seeing it, it was kind of exciting. And because it was kind of exciting, he wanted to see it more, and because he wanted to see it more, he wanted it more, and because he wanted it more, he finally decided to go get it. And what did he do? He went after his general's wife. Yeah, read it, it's there. I'm not making this up. And it caused serious problems for his kingdom, for his spirit, for his soul, for his relationship with God. It became the driving force between him and God. So much so that when the disaster of it all came, that he wound up killing her husband to cover his sin, he had to finally kneel before God and say, you know what, it is just that you kill me. That's how guilty he felt. And you're like, wow, but this was David. No, this is you. Because you see something that's exciting on the internet. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes. Intriguing and exciting. Yes. Just like a car accident is interesting to see, I will admit to you as a human being, yes, it is interesting to see. If I tell you something else, I'm a liar. But if you sit around all day long looking for car accidents, they call you morbid, right? You're sick. If you sit around all day looking for that type of material, for that type of movie, for that type of excitement, you distort the image of things. And you might say, well, I saw it and I turned it off. I'm not going to see it again. Okay, I applaud your good intentions. However, you can't pretend you didn't see it. Just like the car accident, you can't pretend you didn't see it. It's still in there. It's still back there. And what happens is now when you see somebody who's similar to the image that you saw, someone who is kind of like the image that you saw, you now take what that person was doing and you implant it on them. That person looked like Ashley. Every time you look at Ashley, you're going to be thinking, oh, that was or could be. And the truth, that's not Ashley. That's not going to be Ashley. Ashley's not going to act like that. Ashley's not going to be like that. But now you've missed the